18 seconds, the times it can take.
His mother said, if you're coming to school, you got to bring your sister because they have to go and work in the fields. So this kid carries his 1-year-old sister everywhere.
A lot of those kids don't eat in the morning. A lot of those kids, the only place they do eat is at that school.
I thought going up that mountain, Mary's meals can reach everywhere that there's a hungry child.
You see what happens after a simple meal? It just came to life.
Love reaches everywhere.
Parkview Sports Medicine's integrated sports medicine team is built to serve the needs of all athletes in all sports. Our team's only goal is to improve athletes in every facet. PSM offers performance training to help athletes get better on the field, dedicated athletic rehabilitation and physical therapy to help them get better off of it, certified athletic trainers in our PSM schools providing daily support to our athletes, and a specialized orthopedic walk-in clinic when injury strikes. Call 260-266-4007 to speak to our care navigators or visit ParkviewSportsMedicine.com to learn more about what we can do to improve athletes at all levels. Parkview Sports Medicine. Become more. Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Call 260-266-4007 for more information.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Parkview Ortho Express, located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, gives you access to quick care and orthopedic physicians when you need it most. Get x-rays, treatment, and referrals to Parkview Care, all in the convenience of a walk-in clinic. Call 260-266-4007 for more information.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcast. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
This is an invitation to join a movement propelled by people who care and members who have a share in the place they bank.
Good morning, Sam.
So when you have the chance to get your first home loan, you know an expert will guide you every step of the way. Or when it's time to buy your new car, you'll be treated like more than just a credit score.
Good news, ProFed can get you that payment.
This is an invitation to a place where simply belonging can help enrich your whole community. ProFed Credit Union. You're invited.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, basketball fans of all ages, welcome to Bishop Dwenger High School with SummitCitySports.com. Brandon Porter, our videographer extraordinaire, will be scanning left to right all game long. I'm Andrew Wiss on the call tonight for some SAC varsity basketball action on a Friday night in Fort Wayne as Northrop visits the 5-minute drive away Bishop Dwenger Saints for, again, some conference action. This will be the third conference game for both schools. And as we just look at these two teams coming into the game, the Bruins now 2-2 on the season, looking for their first SAC victory, 0-2 in conference play. And the Saints now 3-5. They may have more games completed than any other team in the area, maybe the state, and just 2 conference games under their belts, 1-1 in SAC play. And a lot of games this week. This is the third game for both teams this week. Bishop Dwenger, the host schools, coming off of a victory in maybe their best played game. That was Tuesday night here, and we brought you that call Tuesday night where they defeated a solid Columbia City group, shooting exceptionally well from behind the arc, and it wounded up winning that game 66-50. And that followed a loss where they did not shoot it, in talking to Coach Wick Jarowski so well against a good Blackhawk Christian group earlier in the week. And so the final game tonight, and then again, they do not play until next Friday when they travel to Homestead for another SAC game. The Bruins also their third game. Again, they started the week on Monday with a victory at home over DeKalb and then turned around and lost to a very, very good Carroll group on Wednesday. That final was 47-83. And so in talking to Coach Clopton, he wants to really improve on some of those things that he saw Wednesday at home in conference play, and obviously looking for their first conference win. And it's going to take an effort, as this is a improving Bishop Dwenger group. And then again, as we look ahead for the Bruins next week, another 3-game week for the Bruins. They will play East Noble. That'll be a Wednesday game, and I believe a home game. And then they'll turn around and host Bishop Bluers on Friday. Quick turnaround Saturday at Mishawaka Marion. And in talking with Coach Clopton before the game, he said, look, the keys tonight, he wants to be able to defend the 3. They have multiple shooters, do the Saints. Limit them to one shot, really take care of the defensive boards. And he wants to see some growth from Wednesday in terms of transition defense. He wants to get back and really make them see 5 orange jerseys defensively. And also he's expecting some full-court pressure, wants to be able to limit some turnovers against that. For Coach Wick Jarowski, again, got a chance to talk to him. Wants to obviously stop number 21. They do not want to see Tyon White 20-plus points tonight. That's when Northrop really plays their best. Want to be able to rebound. He called this group a very athletic group, and so defensively they're going to have to be able to rebound the basketball. And then he knows that their offense is best when they're able to create some turnovers with their full-court pressure. And so expect to see, and Bishop Dwenger does play some changing defenses, but expect to see some full-court pressure early and perhaps often tonight. And then it was interesting, I mentioned the hot shooting last Tuesday, earlier in the week, against Columbia City, and he's like, look, sometimes we shoot it well, sometimes we don't. What this group really needs to be able to do is not simply rely on that or use it as a crutch or an excuse. They still got to find ways to win games when they aren't shooting it well from the perimeter. And I like those words. I think that's given the girls some toughness as they get ready to play tonight. And so we're about 7 seconds away from turning it over to the Bishop Dwenger PA here inside Bishop Dwenger Gymnasium. And here we go.
All right. Welcome to Bishop Dwenger High School. As a Catholic school, we value the need for good sportsmanship and remind everyone that high school athletics is an educational event. Coaches, athletes, and fans are encouraged to cheer in a positive manner for their team, show respect for their opponents, and honor the decisions made by the officials. Please help us to keep sportsmanship as a priority in this contest as we offer this event of prayer together. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, amen. God our Father, you have created us to strive for the best. Grant to all athletes, coaches, and fans strength to pursue excellence during this event and in all that we do for the glory of God. We pray for the safety of these athletes, protect them from injury and harm, And finally, we pray for your grace, that you would provide us with the endurance to pursue our heavenly prize, eternal life in your Son. Amen. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. And now for our national anthem.
And there is yours and mine favorite song on planet Earth, the American National Anthem. Let's meet our starting lineups.
Number 21, Tiana White. Number 23, Amanda Thatcher. Number 31, Alexa Robinson. And number 44, Serenity Bragg. And for the home Bishop Dwenger Saints, number 4, Mackenzie Sokol. Number 11, Lexi Linder. Number 13, Maggie Cheever. Number 20, Rachel McCarthy. And number 24, Ilana Henry.
And there are your starting lineups. 3 seniors for both groups in the starting lineup. And then for the Saints, 2 juniors for the Bruins, a sophomore Robinson and the junior Amanda Thatcher. And fans streaming with us at home, we got officials, we got players, we have coaches, we have athletic trainers. Scores table looks ready. They're going to bounce the Wilson Jet one time, and jumping is Robinson and Cheever, the 6-foot senior for the Saints. And controlled by Thatcher. She'll attack against 3 white jerseys. Finds Tiana White. Boy, thought she was going to go window. Doesn't need it. And that was a little slow on the clock here. I was about to say that was 4 seconds into the game. I looked up and it was 1 second into the game. So Tiana White, the leading scorer for the Bruins, starts off making her first shot. Coach Clopton and the assistant coaches for the Bruins got to be thrilled with that whenever your leading scorer hits her first one. Sokol, and this will be the 3rd, now 4th offensive rebound for the Saints. And Hamill, the senior, able to put that in. And you see some full court pressure here, maybe a little unorganized by the Saints, although Sokol deflects that out of bounds. Thatcher going to be guarded by Linder. She is quick and has got some sneaky hands. Thatcher, though, hesitates, drives right. White, look what I found. She is 2 for 2. For those of you keeping track at home, that is perfect from the field. Tiana White. McCarthy, just like Tuesday night, she starts the three-point shooting off for the Saints, and Bruin defenders are going to have to find her, along with Sokol. Linder can also shoot it from behind the arc. And again, attacking is the Bruin offense right now. That time Thatcher using the window. And up and down pace. Hamill going to let it fly. We're still yet to see a shot and a defensive rebound on either end of the floor. as the Saints keeping their misses alive. And again, we've been impressed. We keep saying this about Coach Wicks underneath out of bounds. They do some creative things. Watch Sokol. Oh, going to be McCarthy running off. Quick flick. I think Perry might have got a piece of that as she closed out. And dead ball situation that will allow the Saints to set up. Looks like some man pressure right here. This is where you want to get it in and simply clear out if you are the Bruins. And as Thatcher crossed half court there, that's one of those areas where you do not want to cross half court. Get the ball to the middle, center it, and you got to have a goal if you end up crossing half court near the sideline. But you always want to try to keep it in Main Street if you can. Just so many more options as a ball handler. But again, if they can just inbound this and then let it clear, that foul was called on Cheever as she was going after her miss. 6:21 remaining here in the first quarter. But if they can enter it and then simply clear and just bring it up versus a little Z drill in practice one-on-one, should be able to initiate some offense. And a steal created on that lob, attempted lob over the top. And McCarthy, boy, you like how she turned her body there. We call that a power layup in the basketball world. Watch her attack here. We got a chance here before the free throw. Watch her. Oh, my goodness. We're going to pause that. And she did make the first free throw, did McCarthy. We're going to show you that drive of hers on the baseline. Watch her. She turns her body, then turns her body again to protect against that help side defender, and then hits the second free throw. We apologize for that break in live action. The Saints now with a 1-point lead, but power layup really protects the shot, and another turnover against this full court pressure as Hamill again steals it. Sokol, that's another one of those Dwenger shooters. Long on that, and here comes Thatcher. White jerseys get back, and another turnover. And they're going to say last touch by the Saints, and so another inbound. Deflected out by Linder. Bragg catches it. Tiana White again throws over the top. This time caught. Almost stolen away by Sokol. And now the Bruins will initiate some offense. Thatcher catches it and had the feet ready. That one's short. And Hamill the rebound. Here come the Saints. The Bruins, though, look to be back defensively. But Linder, nobody picked her up in transition. And then on the press break there, I believe Thatcher going to be called for steps. 5:14 remaining, and again, another underneath that bounce. Little 1-4 low look here for the Saints. Watch the flex action here. Sokol's going to cut. And then a down screen, and they're going to say Linder, I think, used some illegal movement as she looked to set that screen, and so a turnover there with 5:09 in the first quarter. That'll be the first personal foul on Linder, second team foul on the Saints. The Bruins with one. Hamill, another steal. She's playing safety there. But on her attack, they're going to say steps, or actually they're going to get her for a carry, and then a quick timeout here. So we'll break as they break and be right back here with live action on SummitCitySports.com. Welcome back to live play after that 30-second timeout, first timeout for the Bruins. And again, they seem to be looking at man pressure. Thatcher going to screen and roll back, and now they simply need to clear out. And again, congestion. I think if the guards can simply wait and allow a clear out, although if you can bring it up and Tiana White hits a three, she's got 7 quick points in this first quarter. Post entry pass, Cheever posting hard. Linder just overthrew it though. And the third turnover for the Saints. The Bruins right now with 5 turnovers here in this first quarter. 4:46 remaining. Thatcher catches and immediately puts it on the deck. Back to Robinson. And so the Saints will inbound. And as the Bruins rebounded and looked to push there, that was thrown away just off the hands of Alexa Robinson. Linder will initiate. Cheever going to give her a ball screen. Linder won't use it. Lands on 2. Count the bucket plus the harm. As the junior guard for the Saints drove it in, came to a jump stop, went window, and going to have a chance here at 3 points the hard way. Two bounces, spins. Back of the rim and down. A 4-point lead for the Saints, their biggest of the game. And again, that man pressure really creating some problems here. The Bruins with 7 turnovers in the first quarter. There's a bounce pass right to White. Hamill in the way, though, but Anaya Moore, who told me before the game her goal was 8 rebounds tonight, gets an offensive one there and a putback. And again, if you can go after rebounds like their passes, right? Don't force your coach to run plays for you. Just go get offensive rebounds, loose balls. You're going to find a way to be on the court, get minutes, be productive. Moore now guarding Hamill. 2 bounces left. Got bumped. No call play on. Here come the Bruins. Perry with it, the senior guard. She bounces left, kicks to Alexa Robinson, who caught that ready. Long, though. White, short. And here comes the Saints. Linder going to kick ahead. Anaya Moore back in transition. That's what Coach Clopton talked about prior to the game. Wanted to see his group really get back. And as the Saints push, they'd see 5 orange jerseys. A foul going to be called here on the post-entry pass. But don't give up freebies and easy ones. You don't have to be skilled to sprint. You just have to be determined. Defensively. And so Serenity Bragg will check back in. Tiana White with 3:14 will get a breather. And again, the Saints do some interesting things out of this set. They like this set on underneath out of bounds. This time they run the shooter out high. Hamill. And they're going to say deflected but last touched by the Saints. Both officials right on top of that call. And again, you see a lot of traffic congestion right now in the backcourt. I think if they can get it to one guard and let it clear, although there's a jump. Thatcher sneaks around the defender, eyes up, catches Bragg, and Bragg smartly catches and finishes it. Post players in transition, post players on offensive rebounds. Don't put the ball on the deck. Catch it and go right up. You'll find success. Thatcher navigating. Don't need Google Maps when you got Amanda Thatcher. Simply found her own directions to the hoop, and that forces a Bishop Dwenger timeout. And it looks like a 30-second timeout, so I tell you what, we will stay here. And we're going to finally see, we haven't seen a ton of just sort of half-court offensive sets, but that we did earlier. And watch this ball screen action. The Saints clear out the right side. And instead of using the ball screen, that time Linder read the defense, saw the empty block, and then also read the help side defense as it rotated over, pulled up, hit the bank shot, and then followed that up with the free throw. You get 3 points for that in the state of Indiana. So 2:44 remaining, and already 15-13. The Bruins did score first. The Saints had a 4-point lead, and now after a couple of interior buckets, the Saints will inbound and stare at some man-to-man defense of the Bruins. McCarthy going to get the handoff from Linder. Behind the back. Navigating that time, finding a lane was Claire Frazier. Frazier, one of the 6 seniors for Coach Wick Jarowski. And here's an underneath out of bounds set. Look for that flex action. McCarthy going to cut. They give it to her. 2 bounces, spins, tough shot. Nice job by Jasmine Perry there of not fouling. Went straight up. And then there's a box out by Serenity Bragg. And you like the way she pivoted there under control. A lot of times you see players get that little bit of pressure and they lose their mind against the pressure. That time Serenity Bragg pivoted hard but kept her pivot foot, kept her mind about her. And then that time as Thatcher dribbled it up a little tight, too tight of defense. I think they called that on McCarthy. That'll be her first, team third, with 2:04 remaining in the first quarter. And now the Saints in a little zone defense, inside, outside. Thatcher! You like the passing, but I think I like the shot even more. As they threw it to the just checked back in Tiana White at the high post. She kept it high, and immediately as the defense collapsed, found Amanda Thatcher at the top of the key. That's one thing in a zone defense you really don't want to do is have 2 defenders guarding the ball at the same time. You want to keep it spaced, keep the offense uncomfortable. That way you can cover all shooters. But again, you see the full court defense of the Saints. That is now already the 8th turnover. Coach Clapton got to be thrilled that his team is up 5 here, but obviously not thrilled with those 8 turnovers in the first 6.5 minutes. Robinson guarding the inbound. Sokol going to throw it to Cheever. Boy, she caught that in a bad spot. And that was a tough one. That's one of those ones where it's close. You got to let it bounce into the backcourt where you can receive it and then initiate play. But I think she touched it just before that cross at half court. And this is that 1-2-2 or sort of 3-2 zone that the Saints will employ with Cheever in the middle. And she really clogs things up defensively, allows those guards, Sokol, and right now I believe that's Parent. And Cheever the rebound as she comes down from that. But that's 25 Victoria Parent. They really can stay on the perimeter. Nobody guarding Sokol. And Cheever, boy, I think she wanted to avoid the foul, but could not. And so that'll be Cheever's second with 1:04 remaining here in the first quarter. Thatcher looking up, looking for Bragg, and just a little too long. Bragg almost running into the assistant coaches for the Saints on the hustle there. And Sokol going to initiate, now also on the floor for the Saints. That's number 32, Morgan Farmer. Claire Frazier, Victoria Parent, and Cheever. They'll clear out the block. Ball screen for Frazier. She'll share it with Sokol. Parent with it, defended by Bragg. And there's a nice curl by Farmer, who harvests 2 points. on the play. And again, now a little 2-2-1 press as Coach Wiktorowski's changed up the full court pressure, making the Bruins think that time they do break the pressure. Perry catches it in rhythm, but it looked good just long, saved by Robinson, and now Farmer stolen by White. White misses. Sokol going to be out of time. And so that is your first 8 minutes. The Bruins, and excuse me, now that score is correct in front of you, will take a 3-point lead into the break, and we'll be right back here on SummitCitySports.com after a brief word from our sponsors.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Come see us in Decatur at the 2733 Auto Mall and shop 7 brands in one location. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
This is an invitation to join.
And welcome back to Live Play as we get ready for the second quarter. After 8 minutes of play, the Bruins with a 3-point lead and a high-scoring up and down. First quarter of action on the floor for the Saints. McCarthy, Linder with it. Parent, Sokol now running off of his couple street. They're going to run Linder off of 2 flares. And a wide open look. Boy, you love it when the coach calls your number out of the quarter break, out of a timeout. And nice X's and O's there, just short on the release was Linder. And then on the rebound, a foul. That'll be the 15th foul against the Saints. White going to release and thrown away. Linder the steal. We mentioned her quick hands. Able to get deflections. There's a post entry. Nice rotation there, though, by the Bruin defense. As White came over, quick and tall. And so another, we've seen about 6 already underneath that of bounds looks for the Saints. Checking back in is Hamill. She'll replace Sokol. Here's a handoff to Hamill. Post entry stolen by Perry up ahead. Thatcher chases it down. White with it, 17-footer. Long and rebounded. Perry, quick bounce. Long on the 3, and wisely, I think, Parent going to let it bounce out of bounds. 7-12 in quarter number 2. Here's that ball screen action, but now looking at a 2-3 zone. Linder will let fly short on the top of the key 3. Cheever, the offensive board, and count the bucket plus the harm. Senior Maggie Cheever going to take her Nikes to the line for the and one opportunity. Count it. The Saints shooting it well from the charity stripe early in this game. And now looking again at a different sort of pressure. This is more of a diamond and one full court pressure. Thatcher floater in traffic. Linder chases it down, and now the Saints going to push. Bounces away, and again, credit the Bruins. Transition defense, that's something we did not see Wednesday in their game against Carroll. But getting back defensively are the Bruins. Parent short. Tiana White the rebound. She'll bounce it herself. Sees Bragg. Caught it. And I think we're going to give Parent the block on that as she deflected that out of bounds. I don't know how many blocks Victoria Parent has in her high school basketball career, but she's got one now. And an underneath that bounce look for the Bruins. They're going to inbound it. Watch for America's play here. They're going to run the shooter off the backside. Well defended by the Saints. Perry with it, guarded by McCarthy. These two teams played a close, intense game last year. That was at Northrop, where the Bruins actually won on a last-second shot, I believe in overtime. Tiana White ended up hitting the game-winning three in that game, and Tiana White gets the steal there. Deflection. Perry, 1-on-2, deflected out of bounds. These two teams are playing hard. And Coach Clapton wants to talk to his group about it. Looks like a full timeout. And so while we got a moment, want to just go to a replay of action from earlier and watch this. This was that inside-outside. The Saints come out of this timeout in a little bit of a zone. And let's get a good look at the Bruins attack here. Thatcher on top. She's going to enter it to the wing. This is Perry White, who quickly, inside, outside, splash. Go the Peaches from Amanda Thatcher. And again, credit the quick ball movement there as White caught it, kept it high. And then as Thatcher caught it, boy, that was on time, on target. Don't make your shooters reach. If you want them to make it, put that ball on target, as White did there, and Thatcher hit that to give the Bruins the lead. And yet to score in the second quarter is that Bruin offense. 5:28 remaining here in the second quarter. It'll be a Northrop underneath out of bounds. On the floor for the Bruins, Robinson, Thatcher taking it out. Perry, Bragg, and Tiana White, number 21. Thatcher again that time ran through against the zone. And you see this 2-3 zone now. This is probably the third half-court defense we've seen from the Saints. Post entry there, got a shot, did the Bruins, but rebounded and outletted by Cheever. And again, credit the Bruins for getting back defensively. Arguably the primary reason they are tied in this contest is their transition defense. Boy, you like the two-bounce fadeaway by Cheever short. But she followed her own miss, and that'll be the 16th foul. I think they're going to call this a shooting foul. They are. And so Cheever will step to the line. 4-2. 16 fouls on both groups here. The bonus in effect the rest of the way. And boy, it is amazing how quiet the gym gets in our COVID-19 basketball, high school basketball era. You could hear a pin drop. You could probably hear anything drop. A marble, could be a pencil, maybe a hair tie. You could probably, anything that dropped, you would be able to hear it. But the phrase is pin, so we'll say you could hear a pin drop. Nice deflection there by Bragg. Kicked up ahead. Thatcher was so cool, chasing, had to adjust. And again, you like the pace, the action, up and down, north and south. Cheever posting, calling for it, up, over, and when you're 6 feet tall and long arms, that is an easier shot than it is for others. Nice post entry there, almost stealing that was Hamill, but it made its way to Robinson, who turned and put it in, 20-20. And a little box set now here for the Saints. They look organized. They're going to enter it to Parent. They're going to run Sokol off of 2 flares. Stepped into it and long. And again, this is what we were talking about with Coach Wick before the game on Tuesday. These Saint shooters were literally on fire. I mean, they had the fire extinguishers ready. I think they hit 12 threes in the game and just burning up the nylon. These actually might be new nets tonight because they might have had to replace them. Sweet Sassy, the Wilson, was tearing it up Tuesday night. But tonight the shots maybe not falling as much, as consistent. And he said, look, we got to find a way to win. We can't use our shooting or lack of shooting as a crutch. And let's create some opportunities with our defense, as Hamill does there. She's got about 5 thefts. Watch out, they might be recruiting her as safety. Maybe St. Francis football ought to get a load of this game film. Somebody call Coach over at St. Francis. Coach Donnelly, watch out. You need a safety. Kayleana Hamill, pick 6 nation. She's got about 5 picks. There's another. This time Claire Frazier, her buddy, steals it. Finds McCarthy. Steps into a 3. Short. Saved. And somehow Thatcher found her way around that trap. And finds Perry. Perry, nice post entry to Anaya Moore. Threading the needle. Jasmine Perry sitting by the fireplace in the rocking chair, just threading needles, making quilts. Nice passing from the senior Perry. Post entry there, out mishandled, and here come the Bruins. Floater, tough floater. And a battle for it underneath. They're going to say last touch by Frazier, as AK will check in for the first time. The 6-foot freshman, number 33 for the Saints. Looks like a 2-3 zone underneath. Moore thought about the baseline drive, kicked it out, and Thatcher hit one from the top earlier, this time from the low wing, and give Anaya Moore the assist. Bruins doing a great job of pressure defending without fouling. Nice ball movement here by the Bruins, but in the gap there was Bragg. Boy, this is just good defense. Frazier, nothing doing on the baseline as Robinson shuffles the puppies. Linder, 3, and then a rebound. Boy, that's what you want, 35 seconds of tough defense, and then give them one shot only as a defensive rebound there, but turned over on this end. McCarthy, AK, and that's going to be the easiest 2 points for AK all night long. The Bruins may be a little fatigued. They were working their tails off there in the half-court defensive set, and now both teams going to get a chance to catch their breath. Take a close look. Yep, they are breathing in the 0-2 after some up and down action here. Bragg going to get a sub, going to get a breather as White checks back in. And Thatcher, who just hit that 3, going to have a chance here. It looks like 1 and the bonus. It is. 17 foul on Saints. Well, I think both teams wanted her to make that just so they could continue to catch their breath. Linder put the sauce on the drive and then fouled, couldn't finish. I believe they got Perry, who came over as the help side defender on that shot. They did. And Linder ties it up with her first free throw. She'll have one more. Be interesting to see if the Saints employ that full court. Yeah, they're not going to have a chance here as Moore gathers the rebound, and Thatcher pushes it up. Perry, quick flick, short. Rebounded, we'll say by 4 hands. And in high school basketball, that's a jump ball. Underneath that bounce set here for the Bruins. They'll inbound it. Handoff could be a fake. It is. Great help side defense from the Saints there. Leads to a transition push. Linder thought about the 15-footer, and Perry left her feet. Tried to avoid the collision. That's kind of like when the squirrel runs out into the street as you're coming home. You try to avoid. Oh, can't stop. Don't want to. Aye. And the foul called there. Linder short on the first. White surrounded, saved. And Frazier misses the close one. And you see the Saints now really pressuring after misses. And that's one thing you don't want to do late in the game, is late in the half, I should say, is foul 60 feet away from your own bucket, as Thatcher now will walk right back to the line. Still shooting 1 in the bonus. 8 team fouls now on both squads. 37.4 seconds remaining. Long again, Moore deflects it, puts it up, couldn't get it to go. And let's see if the Saints hold it for 1. Coach Wick stands up, yelling 1 shot. Again, this is one of those things a lot of coaches really employ. If you can do this 4 times, you got a chance to get 4 extra possessions. They're going to run Linder off of those 2 flares. This time she really got her hips low, stepped into it short, though. White, 2, 1. 51-footer short, and we go into halftime exactly as we started the game, tied. This time at 25. And we'll pause it here, be right back with a little summary of that first half action. Show you some highlights of that. And obviously bring you third quarter action here on SummitCitySports.com.
About the place that it put us, and the quarantine hit, and we knew we had guys that were going to work hard at home, but just the idea that we could get a lot of them together working hard at a location where people know what they're doing was really beneficial. And I think, that training did a great job for those guys to kind of get the ball rolling for them, and they came back in the end of June, early July, and it's like they hadn't missed a beat. They were flexible, they were fast, and ready to lift and run and start playing football, so it was a huge benefit for us.
To gain an edge on your competition, it starts with a free one-on-one performance assessment. Call 260-266-4007. Parkview Sports Medicine. Become more.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Someday, you'll get your knee replaced. Someday, a new hip. Someday can be sooner than you think. At Parkview Ortho Hospital, we want to help you get moving again. So we offer a full range of options for joint pain, including outpatient joint replacements and personalized solutions. It's time to reclaim your life at Parkview Ortho Hospital, because someday is today. Learn more at parkview.com/ortho. Parkview, we believe in.
And fans, welcome back to halftime action. SummitCitySports.com inside of Bishop Dwenger High School. You can see the halftime score there knotted up in up and down action at 25. And while we got a moment here, I wanted to give a shout out to our sponsors here at Summit City Sports. Kelly Automotive Group is Indiana's #1 automotive group with over 1,000 new vehicles and 500 pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Please visit drivekelly.com. Simple, transparent, reliable. Also a reminder, Tom Steele Tire has been servicing the Fort Wayne area for over 40 years. They will help you find the perfect tire for your vehicle and other automotive repair services like brakes, wheel alignments, engine diagnostics, and more. Hungry fans, Big Eyed Fish has been around Northeast Indiana area for generations. Like their Facebook pages for updated promotions. Enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment at Big Eyed Fish. You're invited to join ProFed Credit Union, where we get to know you to better serve you. Sign up online in 5 minutes or stop by a branch. Join ProFed today and start owning your financial future at profedcu.org. Also a reminder, Ottenweller Contracting, we invest in our customers by providing peace of mind during the entire process from bid to build. Visit OttenwellerContracting.com. Summit Volleyball trains and builds the highest quality volleyball players in the area from ages 5 to 18. Our players are equipped with elite level skills and a foundation of life skills. Jump on board. Together we can reach the summit. Homeowners, Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning is dedicated to providing the best possible solution for your home or business. A system and solution that fits your unique needs. Visit AndersonCoolHeat.com. El Azteca Mexican Restaurant has been a Fort Wayne favorite since 1973. El Azteca Mexican recipes are sure to tantalize your taste buds. Visit elaztecarestaurant.com. And then a reminder, iCryo specializes in whole body cryotherapy, body sculpting, cryofacials, infrared sauna, and compression therapy services. Check out Jalen Smith's signature location on Coliseum Boulevard by Blaze Pizza. And then, as always, Parkview Sports Medicine, it's game on. We serve every level of athlete with our integrated sports medicine team, including the region's only specialized rehab facility. Learn more about our services by logging on to parkviewsportsmedicine.com. And then, fans, while we got a moment here, up and down action, as we said, fast-paced, as both teams attacking Bishop Dwenger's full court pressure, really creating, I think, that up-tempo action as the Bruin press break looked to attack. And I don't know if we'll necessarily call it a clean first half. Multiple turnovers by both teams. Something that the coaches are probably discussing with their players as we speak to you in the locker room, something they want to cut down on and really value that basketball. But back and forth, the Bruins started with the lead as Tiana White hit the first shot of the game, and then the Saints took a 4-point lead. But the Bruin transition defense, again, this is something we talked about with Coach Clopton before the game. He wanted to see his team grow from Wednesday's performance in that area, growing in how they attack full court pressure and then also their transition defense. And that's what we continue to see, and it's really kept them in it despite their double-digit turnover stat line in the first half. They were able to get back and not really give the Saints any easy layups. I think we saw that one moment where AK caught it and there wasn't a soul within 15 feet. But that was the sort of lone moment of that. It was not the theme of the first half. And so credit the Bruin transition defense for the improvement, the growth, and also keeping them in this game. Obviously, we're knotted at 25. For the Saints, again, their shooting was not what we saw Tuesday, but they continued to compete, continued to share the basketball, and you got to think percentages are going to play out, averages are going to come into play, and those shots are likely to fall in the second half as the shooters continue to get their legs under them. And so we'll see it. We're about 3 minutes away from that second half, and so we'll pause it here, be right back for second half action at Bishop Dwenger High School.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Come see us in Decatur at the 2733 Auto Mall and shop 7 brands in one location. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
This is an invitation to join a movement propelled by people who care and members who have a share in the place they bank.
Good morning, Sam.
So when you have the chance to get your first home loan, you know an expert will guide you every step of the way. Or when it's time to buy your new car, you'll be treated like more than just a credit score.
Good news, ProFed can get you that payment.
This is an invitation to a place where simply belonging can help enrich your whole community. ProFed Credit Union. You're invited.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Welcome back to halftime here at Bishop Dwenger High School as you stare at the halftime score in front of you. And again, just some statistical breakdown here of that first half action. The Bruins shot 11 of 28 from the field. The Saints 9 of 30 from three-point land, though. The Bruins 3 of 8, and the Saints just 2 of 14. The Saints did get to the free throw line 9 times, making it 5. The Bruins 0 for 2 from the free throw line in that first half. Rebounds about to tied at 18 in that first half. The Bruins with 7 assists on the offensive end. You got to like the way they're sharing it and converting it. And then our timeout situation, the Saints used 1, the Bruins used 2. And so Northrop with 3 timeouts here in the second half, and the Saints will have 4. And Linder with it on the floor with McCarthy. Hamill now with it looking for Cheever, and a little high-low action, and then Parent on the floor for the Saints. Here's a drive, unable to convert the 4-footer. Cheever unable to convert the 2-footer. McCarthy again. And third time's the charm. Coach Clopton less than thrilled with that defensive rebounding effort. And Linder a quick steal. Here's a 16-footer. And again, another offensive rebound. 3 already to start the second half. And Hamill. That is the kind of start you want if you're the Saints coaching staff. Deflected, they say, and so not a violation. Bragg catches it, turns. Hamill came over from the help defense. And they're going to say she got Bragg on the arm, so she'll step to the line for the first 2 free throws here in the second half. And again, the full court pressure, this man pressure, really created a lot of problems for the Bruins in that first half. And Bragg hits the first of 2. She bounces 3 times, flicks it long. And McCarthy a defensive rebound for the Saints. Little set here for the Saints. Here's that ball screen. Linder will use it. There's the roll. The help side a little late. It did come, but again it was late. And you see a lot of teams employ that. They'll throw 3 on the opposite side. And if that help doesn't come and come early, screen roll action, especially when you got a tall player like Cheever to throw to, can be very effective. Perry, boy, her body, I think, momentum was carrying her to the left, and so unable to put the right spin on that lefty lay-in. White battling with Cheever down in the basket area. McCarthy up, fake, nothing doing. Linder. Saved, and I'm not sure. And another offensive rebound. McCarthy doing work down in the basket area. Linder almost got the steal. Thatcher, though, this time going to throw it over the defense. Thatcher finds a lane. Cheever comes over. Contact, I thought, play on. White now guarding Linder. Bragg on Cheever. You like the awareness of the Saints offensively. They saw the mismatch with Cheever down low, but she could not get it to go. Robinson, quick three, long boy right on line, just long. And then Tiana White found an angle. And I think that's going to be another foul on Kayleana Hamill, the senior for the Saints. Just her second team foul, 5:14 remaining here in the third quarter. Second Bruin free throw of the quarter. Bragg hit the first. And able to use all parts of the rim on that second one. Half-court man-to-man defense here by the Bruins. Here's some flex action. Parent cutting. They'll run Linder off. And she'll hit the elbow jump shot. Hamill again. We mentioned her just picking off passes in the first half. And McCarthy finds the range on the corner three. We mentioned just 2 of 14 were the Saint three-point shooters in the first half. And Coach Wick got to be thrilled that finally get one to go from behind the arc. And now a 10-point lead quickly here in the second half for the Saints. Bragg with it. One dribble, pull up. Boy, under control there. Looked good, just rimmed out. And they're going to say Parent double dribbled there on the drive into the lane. And another over-the-top pass. Boy, I wouldn't throw it anywhere near Hamill. I mean, if she's in the gym, I'm going to throw it away from her. I almost want to get her location when I walk into a place. She is a thief tonight, playing that safety position in the press. Foul called there on the Saints. Actually, I think jump ball called there. My mistake. Jump ball. And switched out there as the shooter runs off. Backdoor. Nice help side. Cheever, I think, wanted to avoid the foul and did, but a nice finish there by Tiana White on the back cut. Sokol steps into it. Linder, though, again, this has been the theme of the third quarter, to the offensive rebounding of the Saints. And again, this time Cheever, give them 3 cracks at it. They're going to knock it down. And stay here. They're going to say Linder last touched that. It's Frazier will check in for the Bruins, as will Anaya Moore. Frazier for the Saints, as will Anaya Moore for the Bruins. She'll replace Perry. And Thatcher with 3:21 will inbound for the Bruins. Here's a nice cut by White. By design there. Nice action on the underneath out of bounds. And I think if you're Northrop, that's got to be your goal. Get Tiana White a touch each possession. And then on this end, you got to clean up your defensive rebounding. The Saints unable to really convert on their first shot really this third quarter, but multiple opportunities. And there is a stop, forced a tough shot, and a defensive rebound there for Alexa Robinson. Thatcher, quick flick. Back of the rim and down. Boy, found just a quick crease. Always a threat. Thatcher there from deep. And a quick timeout, I think the 30-second variety. And while we got a moment here, let's go to that action on the Northrop underneath out of bounds. Watch it here. Is Tiana White going to be your cutter? And we apologize for that score breakboard in the way. Our apologies here at Summit City Sports. It's like I'm playing defense on your eyes. You're missing some quality action. We got it fixed now. And so Tiana White able to get that lay-in. And you see the Bruins kind of calm down after that, and then Thatcher in the next possession hits the three, and that all came after. We've got to give the defense credit. They finally got a defensive rebound, limited the Saints to one shot. Let's see if they can do that again here after the Saints had a timeout to talk about what they want to do on this possession. Post entry to Cheever. She's surrounded, used the window. And again, we keep talking about her growth this year as a senior. Just catches it under control, able to take those bumps. Just some overall improved body strength for Maggie Cheever this year, paying dividends for Coach Wick Jarowski as she catches it a little more confident and comfortable against defense in the basket area. And that's what you like to see out of a timeout. Run a couple screens off, but get a nice post-entry look there. Get the ball 3 feet away from the hoop. Let's see if the Bruins can do the same here. Maybe get Tiana White a basket area touch. Sokol defending Thatcher. The count is on. I'm not sure she's aware. Deflected, and then as Moore fell, they're going to get her for the foul as Sokol, a little bit dominoes there, then fell. 2:08 remaining here in the third quarter. Sokol, McCarthy, Hamill, and Frazier and Cheever for the Saints. Here's a ball screen for Sokol. Well defended. Another post entry, maybe a little bit further out from the basket than she wanted to be with Cheever on that one. On the floor for the Bruins, Robinson, Bragg, Moore, and White. Thatcher with the bounce. Five-second violation called there on Thatcher. Cheever going to flash high. Here's the back cut. Flex action for the Saints. They get McCarthy wide open. Guess who on the offensive glass? It's Cheever. And that three, boy, you love the inside-out threes, but unable to get it to convert it. And White, boy, tough angle. Almost got it to drop, but she drew a whistle. And with 1:16 remaining in the third quarter, she'll step to the line for 2 free throws. Again, she's hit a couple of lay-ins here in the first half, now 3 free throws. And hits that one as well. 5-point lead for the Saints with the ball. And McCarthy has a look. And credit the help defense from Moore. Cook came over, stood her ground, and forced a traveling violation there on McCarthy. Almost stolen by Sokol. Thatcher to Moore. Driving, laying it in as McCarthy hit the deck. And that is how you break the press. Cross it and attack. White guarding Frazier. Now Robinson on her. I think they're looking for Cheever if they can get it to her. Posting hard. They got to throw it to her. She's in the lane, inside, outside. Frazier, 2-dribble pull-up. And you like the soft touch. If you put backspin on it, that's how the ball will react on the rim. A couple of soft bounces for Frazier on that one. Here's a set with 20 seconds now. Thatcher going to drive. Cheever comes over, and the near official, he might have had the best angle. Coach Wiktorowski less than thrilled with the call as he thought Cheever was there in position. Bang, bang, live action play. And now the free throws really falling, knock on wood, Bruin fans, as White has hit a couple here in the third quarter, and now Thatcher. And again, these can be contagious free throws, both good and bad. A lot of times we say contagious these days and we think negative, but when it's made free throws, boy, you like to be a super spreader of making free throws. Here's a couple screens. They love that flare action for their shooters. Sokol, 2 bounces. Boy, and I don't know if it was a clean catch on the initial pass. And so a lot of times these days they'll allow players to reestablish possession and then give them an extra bounce. Nice pass, White. I think she had both behind. And backboard splash go the Peaches. That Peach might have a dent in it, maybe a bruise, but it still counts as 3 points as a nice sideline entry pass. That was so good. Let's take another look at it. Oh, we caught this late. Might only be able to show you the shot. But White going window to end the quarter and knot things up at 44. That is how you end a quarter if you're the Bruins. They found themselves down 10 in this third quarter. And rallied them. I think they believe they went on a 10-0 run there to end the quarter. We'll be right back for the fourth quarter here at SummitCitySports.com.
This is an invitation to join a movement propelled by people who care and members who have a share in the place they bank.
Good morning, Sam.
So when you have the chance to get your first home loan, you know an expert will guide you every step of the way. Or when it's time to buy your new car, you'll be treated like more than just a credit score.
Good news, ProFed can get you that payment.
This is an invitation to a place where simply belonging can help enrich your whole community. ProFed Credit Union. You're invited.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey.
And we are back to live action on the floor for the Saints. Parent Linder with it. Cheever going to catch it high, look for that backdoor. They like to start that flex action with a back cut. And well defended that time by the Bruins. Cheever, Hamill, and with it right now McCarthy. And again, this group really with their offensive rebounding, extra possessions in that third quarter, got off to a quick lead after these two teams were tied at the end of 2 quarters, 25 apiece, got up 10, and you thought, oh no, here comes the Saint runaway with the game. But the Bruin defense responded, started to rebound defensively, hit their free throws, led by Tiana White in that third quarter. And so again, you see us knotted at 44. Cheever looking for a back cut. Here's a curl by McCarthy, but the pressure defense, on-ball defense there by Bragg. Boy, Parent had to put her head down. McCarthy, she can get hot. We've seen it in this gym, her three-point shooting. And White now will give to Thatcher, and they'll set up their offense. 5 count is on. Thatcher going to have to get rid of it. She does. White, who hit that 3 at the end of the third. And Thatcher long on that. She's got a quick release. You like that in a shooter, able to get it off before the defense can get there. There's Cheever. They get it to her. Able to shoot over Moore. Give Moore credit. She was 2 hands high. Talk about the Great Wall of China. That's the Great Wall of Anaya Moore. That's what you want to do. Wall up. Make yourself bigger, taller than you are. Catches it there. The floater. Oh, but Bragg cleaning up. Call her Mrs. Lysol. Cleaning up the miss, and quickly the other way. There's Cheever on the bucket. And again, you see the full court diamond in one look here. The Bruins get it in the middle. Perry, nice bounce. Moore. Hamill surprised at the whistle, and Moore. Nice passing there by the Bruin press break. Perry. You like the bounce pass. .605 remaining in the quarter. Moore, nice rotation on the second one, gives the Bruins a 1-point lead. Linder, and you see the emphasis, get the ball to Cheever. And as McCarthy put it on the deck there, they're going to say Perry defended her too closely. 1-4 low set look here for the Saints. They'll inbound it to Cheever. Back cut, but great, and I mean great help side defense there from Serenity Bragg. A lot of times defenders, extra defenders, will simply watch the game. Bragg, though, came over and took away what was almost a certain lay-in for Hamill. And McCarthy. Boy, she is tough. We're talking like a $2 steak type of tough is Rachel McCarthy. Put it on the deck, saw the defender Moore come over, and somehow able to get that to go in. Going to have a chance at a and one opportunity with 5:28 remaining. Got it to go and gives the Saints a 2-point lead. 5:22, and now again you see that 3-2 low zone with Cheever clogging up the middle. The Bruins attacking 4 around 1. Robinson flicks it! And a timeout there. This, I think, the 4th timeout. It'll be a full timeout variety. And while we got a moment, let's go to some recent highlights. And a lot of times, we've been talking about the Saint underneath out of bounds offensive attack, but a lot of times we don't give defensive credit with our replays, but we will this time. Watch the Bruins here. Hamill going to come up, back cut, and watch the backside defender. Alert, aware, moving the puppies, came over and not only took it away, but stole the pass. And again, if you are on defense, you got to see ball and man, and you got to be aggressive as Serenity Bragg was there. Don't watch the game. Let the fans at home stream and watch the game. You play. Be active. Theodore Roosevelt, you know what I'm talking about. And then offensively, they're going to find Alexa Robinson against this 3-2 zone. You do want to attack the corners against the 3-2 zone, and Robinson able to hit that and give the Bruins a 1-point lead. Shout out to Northrop Bruin teacher and football coach Eric Louderback doing the stats tonight, providing us with live statistical updates all game long. Louderback hails from what I believe they call the Queen City, Cincinnati. And Rachel McCarthy, she's from Fort Wayne, and she's putting in buckets. Got 5 quick points here in the 4th quarter. Bragg, Thatcher, Robinson. Boy, turned and saw Cheever, thought better of it. I like the play on there. Cheever came over as the help defender. As White drove in, the referee's letting them play. And so 4:30 remaining here. Also want to give a shout out to our special streaming audience in Lebanon, Indiana, and also Lebanon, the country. We have streamers, international streamers all over the world tonight, including Warsaw, Poland. Warsaw, I believe, the largest metropolitan area in the country of Poland. And Cheever took 2 bounces, and they're going to say Moore bumped her on the shot. Referee explaining that foul call, as a lot of times you'll see officials do that. 4:10 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Cheever splashes it. And a substitution in for Moore. That's the 4th foul on her, 5th team foul for the Bruins. The Saints with 16 fouls. And so checking in, that's number 2, the freshman Kendall Thompson. Saw her in the JV game. She does a lot of good things defensively for the Bruins. And Cheever able to hit both free throws. And Thatcher now going to break the press up the sideline. Robinson has an angle, and Cheever might have been a half second late. We'll call it a third of a second late as Robinson attacked, and to the aggressor goes the free throw. Robinson will step to the line for 2 with 4:05 remaining. If you're thinking what I'm thinking at home, this game likely to come down to free throw shooting. The Bruins have shot it well here in the second half, especially in that third quarter. But with 17 fouls now on the Saints, 5 on the Bruins, and a close game, Robinson hits that one. You got to think whoever can step to the line with confidence and knock them down going to have a good chance at walking out of here with an SAC conference win. Here's that flare again, Linder. Well defended. You like how the closeout there stayed on her feet. Thatcher stayed glued to the ground and low against the shooter as she caught it. Cheever, the lefty, shares with Linder. Patience here by the Saints. Hamill tried to attack the freshman. McCarthy, and the backside rebound corralled by White. Baseball pass, step through. And Robinson misses. I think they're going to get McCarthy. They are on the whistle. And so Robinson will step back right to the line where she just visited. Robinson misses on the first time. Anna White threw that baseball pass like she played for the Fort Wayne Tin Caps. Right fielder. Maybe left fielder. Hamill surrounded, and Bragg, I think they're going to get Bragg on the reach in. They are. That'll be the 16th foul, so Bishop Dwenger basketball. 3:24 remaining, and you got to think the Saints are probably going to be patient again. Little discussion at the scorers table by the Stripes. So unique a basketball year. It's such an empty gym. You can hear their conversation. I believe there was some discussion about the bonus and also where they're going to go to eat afterwards. Might be Applebee's. Get that quesadilla burger. Hamill, they're going to clear it out for her as the freshman is on her. And Hamill putting pressure on the Bruin defense. She'll be fouled. 7th team foul now on the Bruins. Shout out to the quesadilla burger and Applebee's. Applebee's always looking for sponsorships here at Summit City Sports. eating good from the free throw line is Hamill as she hits the first. And splashes number 2, a 4-point lead. And again, some full court pressure. Looks like a diamond in one. Trapping defense by the Saints. The Bruins will break it and get it right back to Thatcher, and they will initiate the offense. Linder, she has been a defensive hound. Hesitation. Boy, and I thought Thatcher was going to go with the left. She ended up scooping it back with the right, and that might have forced the whistle as Linder went to block the shot. That's why you got to be able to dribble and attack with the left hand. Young ball players out there. Get out there tomorrow. 38 degrees. Doesn't matter. You don't need it to be warm to work on that weak hand, dribblers. Good dribbling drill. Dribble with winter gloves on. You know who used to do that? Jason Williams, the point guard, would do dribbling, ball handling workouts with winter gloves on. We're talking mittens. White bounces it, keeps it alive to herself, puts it back in. And a 2-point ball game again. Parent, up fake, drive. Bragg tried to draw the charge, no whistle. And here comes Thatcher. Gives it to White, to Robinson. Oh, almost got it to go. That would have tied us up at 55. Instead, we'll walk 61 feet the other way. And McCarthy will step to the line, shooting one and the bonus. Frazier going to replace Cheever. McCarthy long, nobody boxed her out, and as she and Perry both went after that loose ball, collision, and we'll walk 53 feet the other way, and Perry will now shoot free throws, and she'll shoot 2. That will be the 10th team foul on the Saints, 4th personal on McCarthy. And Perry short, rims off to the right. Linder and Cheever, a little bit of offense, defense, I think, here for Coach Wiktorowski and the Saints. And Perry brings the Bruins within one. Linder guarded by Thatcher, Cheever, McCarthy, Hamill, Parent. Reverse it, attack area to attack area, flex action switched. Perry chasing Linder. Flex action, well defended by the Bruins. They find Cheever, turn, short, and Tiana White. Give that rebound to Alexa Robinson. 2:07 remaining here in the fourth quarter. White. And I think, yes, they got the right call there. Jump ball, as I think Linder, might have been Hamill, snuck a hand in there. Tied up White as she drove in, Tiana White. And possession arrow says Bruins, so a box set for the Bruins. They love America's play. Here's that fake handoff. White drives it, though! And I don't know what the referee signaled. Oh, he says the other way. Wave off the bucket. As I didn't get who that was. It might have been Cheever. Might have been Parent as well, who came over as the help defender there. And the referee's going to talk about this. This is a offensive foul, so there will be no free throws. I'm not sure what they're talking about. Again, could be discussion of the post-game meal. And, you know, I'm biased towards Applebee's, but if you want to keep it local, keep it Fort Wayne, you go Ziffels, maybe a little Don Halls. I believe restaurants right now 50% capacity, but still open to the public. And after discussion, both teams kind of getting a free timeout here. And don't think there'll be any changes. And so the Saints will inbound. Again, a charge called. Offensive foul called on Tiana White. Her second personal foul with 1:48 remaining. And let's see what the Saints do here. I think if you get the ball to Cheever, you've had some good things. They're going to run McCarthy off of a flare. Patience here by the Saints. Back to that flex action. So hard to guard, especially late in games. You got tired legs. McCarthy up fake. Euro! And I'm not sure if that was Norwegian or Swedish, but it was definitely Euro in nature. The McCarthy drive to the lane, avoiding the help defender with the footwork. I don't know if she was on that state championship soccer team, but nice footwork there by Rachel McCarthy. Thatcher, patience here now by the Bruins. Perry looking for Bragg. Going to share it with, or tried to, I spoke too soon. Tried to share it with Tiana White in the near corner and turned over with 52 seconds. Bruins got time here. You don't need to foul right away. Might want to get a trap or two. McCarthy going to let it go. Don't think they needed it, and rebounded by Tiana White. 30-second timeout called there by the Bruins. And so let's go back to that action we've just seen here. I believe we're going to show you the McCarthy Euro. Watch her pull the defense in with the eyes. You want to be a good faker in basketball, use your eyes, and then bingo, bango. The right, then the left. Little kiss off of the square by senior Rachel McCarthy. And with 37.7 seconds on the clock, boy, this game looking a lot like last year at Northrop High School. These two teams' regular season matchup, it was so good they had to go to overtime to decide the winner. And if my memory serves me correct, I believe a Tiana White 3 late in the game gave the Bruins the victory. And we got a three-point game here. Thatcher with it, guarded by Sokol. She'll attack the corner. Nothing doing. And batted around Parent. And they're going to say jump ball as Bragg got a hand on it. Substitutions for the Saints. Possession arrow says Bishop Dwenger basketball with 21 seconds. And before we can inbound, a timeout here by the Saints. And so we'll pause it, be right back with the last 21.3 seconds here at SummitCitySports.com. Welcome back to live action as the Saints called a timeout there. We'll inbound up 3, 21.3 seconds on the clock. And a buzzer from, confusion galore here. inside of Bishop Dwenger. And are they going to fix the scoreboard? It says 20.9 now. Not sure why, but the horn obviously blew here inside the gymnasium. They also have the possession arrow wrong, if I'm looking at that correctly, as Bishop Dwenger just got possession after the last jump ball. And the Bruins now going to defend Cheever with 2. And I think there's a scoreboard there. They're fixing it, looks like, right now. I think it was 21.3 before the inbound. They put 21.1 back on there. And quickly a foul called as Perry fouls McCarthy. That'll stop the clock. Well, they didn't even start the clock. So 21.1 seconds on the clock. More, that will be the 5th personal foul on Perry. So she will take a seat. And McCarthy will shoot the double bonus for the Saints. And now they readjust the clock, so 20.8 seconds remaining. Misses on the first. And the Bruins, I believe, out of timeouts. At least we have them out of timeouts. So going to have 20.8 seconds, either down 3 or down 4. And they are now down 4 with the ball. They'll roll it in, and Thatcher will cross half court with it. She gets a ball screen from Moore. Floater, long. And that one was deflected out by Parent, and so it'll stay here with 12.4 seconds. The Bruins will have a low side inbound. They get it to White. One dribble, defended by Hamill. 3 short, Parent. And the Bruins are going to be content there. And give the Saints the credit. They were the last team to take the lead. And that's when you want to take the lead, is obviously late in the game. They did it, and that is your final. The Saints victorious in conference action. They get their second conference win of the season, move to 2-1 in conference play, 4-5 on the season. The Bruins fall to 2-3 on the season, 0-3 in conference play. And again, your final 58-54. We'll pause it here, be right back with Summit City Sports for a game summary, share with you the stats of the game, and talk about upcoming games for both schools. Be right back here on SummitCitySports.com.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Come see us in Decatur at the 2733 Auto Mall and shop 7 brands in one location. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
This is an invitation to join a movement propelled by people who care and members who have a share in the place they bank.
Good morning, Sam.
So when you have the chance to get your first home loan, you know an expert will guide you every step of the way. Or when it's time to buy your new car, you'll be treated like more than just a credit score.
Good news, ProFed can get you that payment.
This is an invitation to a place where simply belonging can help enrich your whole community. ProFed Credit Union. You're invited.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Fans, again, welcome back to our post-game coverage, post-game breakdown of the action. As you look at the final score, the Saints victorious in their second win this week, their second home win this week here on their home court. Final score 58-54 over conference opponent, conference foe, the Northrop Bruins. And again, it was close. The Saints got up 10 in that third quarter, and it almost looked like they might run away with it in the second half. Northrop rallied to tie it at the end of the third. We were tied at halftime, and then the fourth quarter was very, very close to that very end. And then up 3, Rachel McCarthy stepped to the line, was able to put the Saints up 4, which we call two-possession lead in basketball. And that 3 by the Bruins late in the game was short. And so a well-played game by both squads, both groups. And the Saints are victorious. As we look ahead to their action for Coach Wiktorowski's group, they will again they'll have a full week of practice before they lace them up again next Friday. That'll be another conference game at Homestead. And then they'll turn around and play on December 16th against Huntington North. And on December 18th, more SAC action as they play a very good Concordia Cadet group under Coach Dave Miller. For the Bruins, they'll turn around for another 3-game week, as we said earlier, and play East Noble on December 9th. They'll then host Bishop Luers on Friday, December 11th, and then turn around the very next day and head up to Mishawaka Marion for a Saturday contest. Again, as always, we appreciate you streaming with us here on SummitCitySports.com. This has been another production of Indiana High School Sports, brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. For our videographer extraordinaire, Brandon Porter, I'm Andrew With. Stream with us again as we see you in the future.
We have to do this. A bit of a hill. His mother said, if you're coming to school, you got to bring your sister because they have to go and work in the fields. So this kid carries his 1-year-old sister everywhere.
A lot of those kids don't eat in the morning. A lot of those kids, the only place they do eat is at that school.
I thought going up that mountain, Mahoney's meals can reach everywhere that there's a hungry child.
You see what happens after a simple meal? It just came to life.
Love reaches everywhere.
Parkview Sports Medicine's integrated sports medicine team is built to serve the needs of all athletes in all sports. Our team's only goal is to improve athletes in every facet. PSM offers performance training to help athletes get better on the field, dedicated athletic rehabilitation and physical therapy to help them get better off of it, certified athletic trainers in our PSM schools providing daily support to our athletes, and a specialized orthopedic walk-in clinic when injury strikes. Call 260-266-4007 to speak to our care navigators or visit ParkviewSportsMedicine.com to learn more about what we can do to improve athletes at all levels. Parkview Sports Medicine. Become more. Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Call 260-266-4007 for more information.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand.